Oh, what is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we've got some awesome information for you guys. Like always, let's go ahead and get right into it. Galgun 2 will be sold physically in the West, so hallelujah to all the physical collectors out there. So NT Creates and P-Cube shared more information on Galgun 2 this week, and we did learn that the game is launching in Japan on March 15th, so not bad there, next year in 2018, but the West will be getting a release set for spring 2018 as well. So Galgun 2 won't just be a digital title either. P-Cube has confirmed that the physical version will be offered, and pre-orders are already live on Amazon UK. You can check out the link in the description below if you want to get that pre-ordered on Amazon UK, and we'll probably have links for the West and other areas probably in the next week or so. So that should be good for everyone who wants to pre-order the game. Make sure they get their copy. Now, in other news, we did get some more information about the features of the game, the story, and all sorts of stuff. I'm going to go over just a little bit of the features here. So Galgun is back for an adventure more outrageous than ever. A new army of girls has been overpowered by lust in the full frontal sequel to Japan's infamous shooter. Fend them off with your pheromone shot and use new gadgets to expel demons from their bodies in the most audacious first-person shooter you'll ever play. Help swarms of girls exercise their demon possessions with your love gun until they explode in euphoria. Woo an entire new set of girls in a brand new Galgun story with the aid of the alluring angel Risu. Become romantically entangled with girl next door Chiru and childhood sweetheart Nanako. So pretty cool stuff there. I already talked about Galgun before, so if you want more information on the game, you can check out my last video that I did on it, or the link in the description below over to the full site to where you can get the full description as far as story, characters, who's going to be new, and more of what you're going to be doing in this game. I'm just happy that it's coming to Nintendo Switch. This was a PS Vita and PS4 game, the last release as far as the first Galgun game, and then what they did is that they decided that they're going to put it on the Nintendo Switch because they wanted to have a portable version of the game because of Japan, but the PS Vita isn't necessarily doing the best, and of course if they're going to release the game in the West anyway, obviously Nintendo Switch is more popular than the PS Vita, and it's the new system, so it just made sense for them to release it on the PS Vita and the PS4. On top of that, the PS Vita does not support Unreal Engine 4, and this game moved over from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 4, so there you go. So that's why it's on Nintendo Switch instead of PS Vita this time. So what do you guys think about Galgun 2? Did you guys play the first one? Are you anticipating this next release here as far as Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has plenty of audio options when it comes to things. Obviously, I want to make sure that there's no spoilers when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because a lot of the press already has their copies and have been playing for 30, 40, however many hours, as long as they can cram into there. And yeah, we've gotten some more information as far as the audio options and how things went, because with Xenoblade Chronicles X, there weren't necessarily the most options for people out there as far as audio goes. So let's go ahead and get into this article here. Now, audio shouldn't be an issue when playing through Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Those with early access to the game have confirmed that Monolith Soft has included a plethora of volume options. Players can modify their volume for cutscene voices, game background music, game sound effects, game voices, battle narration, environment volume, and system volume. Now, why this is important is this battle narration, and I think what battle narration is the guy that goes, excellent, you know, and all that stuff like during the gameplay. You can turn that completely off if you don't want it, and I have to be honest, I'm not sure if I want that guy on there, unless it's like the Japanese voices. So that's really good because people were like complaining about that already. People have been complaining about all sorts of stuff. Heck, on my live stream, people were complaining that the game isn't 60 frames per second, as if there's all sorts of huge, massively open RPGs that are 60 frames per second on console, like Final Fantasy 15. Oh no, that's not 60 frames per second. Oh, like The Witcher 3. Oh, well, that's not 60 frames per second on consoles either. Yeah, so it's like, it's interesting what people complain about when it comes to things. But yes, this was something that people were complaining about, and you'd be happy to know that you can adjust all the different audio in the game. You don't have to have the announcer there. You don't have to listen to the voices there. You can adjust everything as far as what you want to adjust when it comes to volume. Now, it's worth pointing out these options since audio in Xenoblade Chronicles X was a common complaint. The Wii U RPG didn't offer much in the way of tuning volume to your liking. This was an issue throughout the game. As for one example, music during cutscenes sometimes made it difficult to hear what the characters were saying, which is something that I had a problem with when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. But I mean, you can have like the dialogue below there, so I mean, it's like whatever. But at the same time, it's good to know that they fixed all of that and they made sure that all of the audio was in line and in tune, and you could adjust everything that you need to adjust when it comes to things. So they really thought ahead when it comes to this, but I also think that it came because of the time that they had, because of the engine, right? They used the same engine. They had to create everything from scratch when it comes to an HD engine for Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's something that probably just like slipped through the cracks, and they just couldn't get, you know, enough time in order to do it. And the Wii U, of course, developing on that for open world RPGs, not the easiest thing to do, but with this time, they have much better tech, they have much more streamlined tech, and they're using the same engine that they used before, so they're able to get everything that they needed to get into the game. So it's really cool to see that we're going to have a plethora of options when it comes to audio, and that usually has a trickle-down effect to a plethora of options when it comes to lots of different things. So it's going to be interesting. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 comes out next week. We will be playing this game in less than a week, Ninja. This upcoming Friday, it's going to be going down right here on Player Essence, so make sure you tune in if you want to check out some of the game and me just kind of geek out for how awesome Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is. So let me know your thoughts as far as the audio options here in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, it's something that's kind of a given considering what's been going on in Japan, but I guess it's somewhat worthy of noting out. So the majority of Famitsu readers choose the Nintendo Switch as their next piece of hardware they're planning to purchase. That's the Go Nintendo for the article. The latest issue of Famitsu shows that the results of a poll which has asked their readers which piece of gaming hardware they plan on buying next. There were 724 responses altogether, so a pretty small sample size when it comes to everyone who's interested in gaming overall. But with 389 people saying that they had no current plans, it was not revealed whether these people own a Nintendo Switch or not. Now with that said, Nintendo Switch did take the top spot, and we're going to check out the full breakdown right here. So the Nintendo Switch was number 1 with 123, PlayStation 4 Pro was number 2 with 62, PlayStation 4 was number 3 with 41, Other, which wasn't specified, was with 32, New Nintendo 2DS XL was with 23, Xbox One X 20, PlayStation Vita 16, New Nintendo 3DS 9, Xbox One S 9. So I'm not sure how much this says, because really what's going down in Japan, it's like this. The Nintendo Switch doesn't have the most stock to satisfy what everyone wants. Nintendo is getting continuously better. We're seeing sales upward of 85,000, 90,000. So they're doing a lot better and they're getting more stock in there, but they still need to get more in order to satisfy all the demand there in Japan. You've got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launching very soon here, and I'm not worried at this point, but I definitely think that Nintendo, with a game like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, in addition to Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda and Splatoon, there are still people who desperately want to play Splatoon in Japan and can't do so. I really think that they need to start kicking it into gear in order to get 100,000 plus units out there. I mean, I know they're doing a better job and they're trying as hard as they can, because getting this many Switches out to a worldwide base, because you got to make sure that the US has Switches. Like, you got to make sure US has it. They're doing a much better job than they did before. We're starting to see Switches pretty much be allocated at every single store here in the US. But for the most part, everyone says that we've got better stock when it comes to Nintendo Switch. Japan, US, Europe, everything's been going better, but I definitely think that they need to make sure that they allocate just a little bit more, push just a little bit more to make sure that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is taken care of. Because here's the thing, Ninja, when Xenoblade Chronicles X debuted on the Nintendo Wii U back in 2015, it actually did pretty well. It sold over 85,000 copies and actually boosted Wii U hardware sales to 22,000, almost 23,000. And for the Wii U guys, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it was number 1 that week that it did come out. And on top of that, like I said, it did boost Wii U hardware sales, which usually were floating around the 5,000 to 6,000 range, you know, somewhere in there, 10,000 range, and it boosted it up to 22,000 plus. Plus, Xenoblade Chronicles X sold over 85,000 copies on the Wii U. So I'm pretty sure Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is either going to do just as good as that, right under that, or well above that. So they need to make sure that they have hardware units in, with the Nintendo Switch being far more popular. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to the whole Famitsu poll, it being pretty much the #1 system that Japanese gamers are looking to buy, obviously, with the whole lottery lines and everything that's going on. But I thought it was cool just to kind of break down, see what's going on there. And on top of that, look at what Xenoblade Chronicles X did, and hopefully Nintendo has a little bit more Nintendo Switches out there for the Japanese audience. So give me all your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you sign up, it gets you access to all sorts of cool emotes through sponsorship, perks, benefits, and rewards, and so much more. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.